That breaking news, a Southport police officer shot on the city's south side and rushed to Eskenazi Hospital. The officer hit multiple times by gunfire after responding to the report of an accident. We have live team coverage tonight from the hospital and the scene. We start with Mark Mullins anchoring our coverage tonight from Eskenazi Hospital.
Erica, a bizarre chain of events led to the hour that we're waiting to hear more about that officer who was involved in the shooting. This all started on the south side of Marion County in a small community called Homecroft. RTV6 cameras were rolling as that officer was brought to the hospital here. You can see video showing the ambulance rushing to the hospital there. And since he's arrived, we've seen countless officers walking in and out of the hospital, showing solidarity with the Southport Police Department. Members of IMPD are here as well, as is the Marion County Sheriff's Department. A lot of moving pieces involving this that started with a crash around 2:45 this afternoon on the south side. Right now, we're waiting for the latest in a news conference scheduled to happen at any moment inside Eskenazi Hospital. Our team coverage continues this evening with RTV6's Paris Lubell, who's digging deeper and sitting in on that news conference, which should be starting. Paris, what are you learning from inside the hospital at this hour?
Mark, we just got word a few minutes ago that this will be in about 15 minutes. We should have an update here inside the hospital. But I'll take you through what we know right now. Police say they were called to a report of a car accident right there in 245 in the Homecroft area. Now, when the police arrived on the scene, he was shot multiple times by one of the people inside the car. Now, sources are telling us there were two suspects inside the vehicle, one shooting and shot the officer multiple times. Now, another officer who was also responding fired back and struck that suspect. The other suspect was taken into custody there on the scene. And we're working to gather the information right now here at Eskenazi Hospital, where the officer and one of those suspects was taken just a little while ago. We don't have an update yet on that condition, and that is what we're expecting here from the press conference in just a little while. But as Mark said, we've seen a lot of people going in and out of the hospital here. We're going to send it back out to Mark, though, who's outside.
A very emotional scene here at Eskenazi Hospital so far, and as we're learning from Paris, that news conference could be starting in about 15 minutes. Now, down at the scene in Homecroft, a very dramatic scene there, including a car that was flipped upside down. Our Matt McClellan has been talking to witnesses in the area, and Matt, some people liking it to a scene from a video game.
Yeah, that is how dramatic it looks, Mark. We are now into the third hour of this investigation, and not much has changed here at the scene. 5 blocks of Madison Avenue remain closed and will be closed for some time. At the center of this investigation, this overturned car flipped onto its roof. You'll see that open door toward the rear. That is where someone inside the car was able to get out and tried to run. We're told the car was moving quickly down Madison Avenue, flipping the curb here in front of this house with at least 2 people inside. Neighbors reporting passengers getting out of the car, then running to knock on doors and trying to get inside houses. When police responded, I'm told the driver was still hanging upside down inside the car when he began firing at an officer. You'll hear that from an eyewitness in just a moment. But we're also told from other eyewitnesses on the scene, 20 shots, at least 20 shots fired. One woman tells us she got down on the floor covering her young children.
From what we've heard so far, it was a high-speed chase. 2 gentlemen were in the car. A fireman and a nurse lived there. They went to help, and when they went to respond, the police officer walked up to the car, and while the guy was still hanging upside down in his seatbelt, he started shooting at the officer.
Just reported recovering, being treated right now at Eskenazi Health. We have seen neighbors on scene asking police who this officer is and what his condition is. Questions we also have. These folks worry that this is the officer that patrols their neighborhood, someone they've come to know very well, hoping that he's okay. We are expecting to have an update on that officer's condition within the hour. Reporting on the south side, Matthew McClellan, RTV6.
Matthew, very bizarre to hear that someone was hanging upside down when those shots were fired. As you mentioned, many unanswered questions. We're waiting to learn the identity of the officer, how he's doing tonight, and more about the others that were in the car at the time of the shooting. Of course, we're hoping to get those questions answered in that news conference, which is scheduled to happen minutes from now. We will bring that to you live as we get it here. For now, reporting live at Eskenazi Hospital, Mark Mullins, RTV6. Erica, I'll send it back to you.
All right.